Way back down around. Thank you, folks, as we had some technical difficulties with the sound. I'm Brett Vaughn here alongside my partner, Stephen Buckton. Kylie Ram with it through the middle. Shot gets blocked. Henderson down the corner with it. Marchand overskates it. Aztecs go the other way. Gavin O'Brien does a great job on the back check by Marchand. Played back down in the corner. Kate Olsen, ship off the glass, and then I'll pop its way into the neutral zone.
Now, Brett, again, ASU and San Diego State, they had played 2 weeks ago. San Diego State lost both games, but the first one was 6-0. The second one, they came back, made it a more competitive game. It was 1-0 so far. Last night, 11-0, a humiliating, humbling defeat for San Diego State.
Kennedy driving in, and as he ends up being impeded illegally, and the Aztecs will touch it up, and we'll have a first power play of the game for Arizona State.
Arizona State, they're going to be up a player. Their offense has been impressive at times this year, but San Diego State seems like they've been a step ahead. Now being on power play, it's going to be interesting to see because San Diego State at times has looked like they've had an extra man on the ice, but ASU's just been late to the puck.
We'll see if some of that momentum can change here on the man advantage for the Sun Devils. Kylie Ram's able to get it and play it back up to the point. Robinson on the right side. Gets it back from Kylie Ram. As the Sun Devils get set up. Marchand's one-timer shot. Jules in front, the rebound, they score! Kylie Ram right in the spot where that rebound was going to pop out, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, ASU's had a couple good shots at a goal early on today, but that one, just some consistent pressure from the offense, and finally they get one through.
It's a great job initially by Kylie Ram in the center circle, was able to win the draw, and then that allowed Arizona State to set up.
Sun Devil goal, power play goal, scored by number 13, Kylie Ram. Kylie Ram assisted by number 23, Wyatt Palmer.
And so the Sun Devils, a little rocky start in the first half of this period with the Aztecs being the aggressor, have been able to tie this game up at 1.
Yeah, it's the key to the game is really going to be when the Sun Devils can establish themselves as the aggressor, when they can flip the script, basically.
Sun Devils having some trouble going to try to get out of their own end like they have earlier in this period. Palmer on the right side, but he ends up coming in offsides as that forecheck for the San Diego State's been really causing a lot of trouble.
Yeah, so far ASU's got a couple offsides with the forecheck for San Diego State. They've been playing really good defense. They've kept ASU against the boards for the most part, clogged up a lot of the passing lanes. ASU's had a tough time, but they are on the board now, and they're out shooting the Aztecs.
Puck being fought for on the blue line. Strusas ends up taking a hard check, but he'll get it out. Brandon Mayer. Headmans it to Cathall. Out of Petrus. Cross corner dump in. Quas there for Arizona State. He's able to skate it out with it. Balnati will come out to play behind his net. That's 5 minutes and change left in the opening period. Henderson was able to get that pass through a couple Arizona State players, but Chase on the back check picks it up. Chase sheds the check. Quast in there beneath the goal line as well. Lundy trying to help his teammate out. That puck sealed off to the wall. As that puck's being fought for hard in this first period.
Again, San Diego State doing a really good job just pressing ASU into the boards. They've got to do a better job of getting it into the middle of their offensive zone and being able to get something open for some shots or just keep the puck moving.
Tillman to Kylie Ram. They can attack quickly. Robinson in the slot. Doesn't get the best wood on that shot, and that allows Fuller to make their quick reaction stop. Robinson trying to center that one in front, taken away by Desmarais.
But again, with ASU working the board so much, like we saw right there, it leaves guys like Robinson open in the slot. It just, since San Diego State's been putting so much pressure on the boards for ASU, there's bound to be someone open. It creates space for them.
Robinson takes a look behind his shoulder. Best option is Kylie Ram, and as the puck's touched, it ends up being a tripping call. And that pressure from Arizona State, maybe the best pressure in the offensive zone we've seen tonight, ends up drawing a penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure what really changed or what caused it, but the last couple minutes, ASU has kind of stepped it up. They've been playing faster, and obviously they've been playing physical all game, but they've just been maintaining that puck control more than now that they needed it.
The San Jose, California native Patrick Fast is in the sin bin, and Arizona State's operating on their second man advantage of the game. Second unit out there for Arizona State on the power play. Olsen down the left side, Quast to Chase. Chase trying to kick it up to his stick, he does. Centered out in front dangerously, and sweeping that clearance was O'Brien for the Aztecs.
San Diego State just caught a really lucky break there. ASU just wide open in the slot to get a shot off, but they couldn't corral it in.
Quast on the right side. Waits. Finds its way around to Crook. Kennedy has it caught up in his skates. Quast trying to help him out. As then that squirts all the way down by San Diego State. Great job by them, hard on the boards, being able to outnumber Arizona State and get that clearance. So Sun Devils finally get their top unit out there. Robinson with a lot of speed, trying to dice his way through the middle unsuccessfully. Robinson delays, drops it for Marchand. Tillman fans on the one-timer shot. San Diego State unable to clear it. Comes to Tillman, quick snapshot out, misses wide. Under 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Robinson, backhand pass to Marchand, dekes around one. Marchand can't get the shot through. Kylie Ram delays. Tillman trying to feed that puck through, ends up hitting the skate of his teammate. Aztecs trying to clear it, and they finally do. And San Diego State's back to full strength.
Yeah, that was a really impressive job by the San Diego State penalty kill. They spent nearly the entire time in their defensive zone and just didn't let anything up. ASU only got a couple shots on goal. San Diego State just really impressive tonight defensively.
And that puck ends up skipping into the Aztec bench, and we'll have a whistle with 62 seconds left in this first period. And it's been a very tightly contested first period.
Yeah, so far. Again, it's a little tighter than you'd expect coming off of an 11-0 shutout. But San Diego State, like 2 weeks ago, comes out with a different fire. Maybe it was a different game plan, and ASU so far having a tough time getting past it.
Tanner Schultz down in the corner, up to Crooks. Point shot somehow gets through, loose in front, digging at it. And the puck is still in play. Erdman activates from the point. 40 seconds remain in this first period. In the corner, Schultz trying to dig it out. Crook to Phillips, nice 1-2 pass, but that shot gets blocked. Schultz centers that one through. Crook for the deflection, and Saunders had his stick but misses wide. Crook, 15 seconds left. Aztecs feel a little bit like they're on the ropes right now, just trying to get out of this period. Puck will finally get taken away by Faraz and dumped down, and that'll do it for this first period.
Yeah, Brett, if I'm on the Aztecs bench right now, I'm ecstatic. Coming out of that first period tied, for the most part, it felt like they were outplaying them for the first 10 minutes or so. So ASU able to take over late in the period, but the Aztecs came out with a different fire than we've seen.
After the first 20 minutes of play here at Mountain America Community Iceplex, Aztecs 1, Sun Devils 1. This is Arizona State ACHA Hockey U2. everyone, and welcome back to ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube's presentation of ACHA Division I Men's Ice Hockey. I'm Brett Vaughn alongside Stephen Buckton. And Stephen, Arizona State had a tornado coming at them with the Aztecs early in that first period, but they were able to withstand it, ending up tying it on the later half of the period.
Yeah, the Aztecs so far, they've been playing really, really well, and it looked like ASU they kind of came out flat for the first couple of minutes, but about halfway through the period, they really stepped it up. They started playing faster, more physical, more aggressive than they were already playing, and the beneficiary for that was Kylie Ram getting the goal to tie it up.
As the Aztecs are finishing up walking from the locker room, as here in the new building at Mountain America Community Iceplex, you have to walk across the lobby, so it's a great experience for fans to be able to see how big and how strong some of these players really are.
Yeah, it's just really impressive. Both of these teams so far have been playing a really fast, physical, aggressive game. At this point, it's just who lets up first.
Marchand controls it as Arizona State wins the opening draw. That first line out, the Sun Devils, was Kylie Ram, Robinson, and Tillman. Turned over, it's a 2-on-1. Aztecs in, snapshot from Brown goes wide, as that was a dangerous opportunity and turnover by Marchand. Robinson trying to toe drag his way through, and that'll pop to the goaltender Fuller. Fuller really impressive, as he had to face 14 shots in that first period, and he was looking sharp.
Yeah, Fuller at a couple times. ASU just threw everything at him. It was an onslaught for part of that first period. But Fuller, he made a couple really athletic saves, a couple that were probably lucked, but it's still tied up 1-0, and he's been good so far.
Henderson, the captain for San Diego State, goes D-to-D with his partner, but it's turned over. Kylie Ram getting some help from Robinson. Robinson drops it down to Marchand, but it gets stripped away. Aztecs trying to fork it out, but only to the neutral zone. Fuller comes out to play, leaves it behind his net. Kylie Ram working hard down below the goal line. Henderson. Sun Devil doing a great job on the forecheck as it's Kennedy now fresh off the bench. Palmer, D-to-D to Kruk. Kennedy, slap shot on, rebound still loose in front, and that puck just bounces out, allowing San Diego State to clear.
Yeah, ASU in just the first couple minutes, they look like they've kept that speed that they really turned up in the second half of the first, and overall, their puck movement is just better than it was early on.
Shot deflection from Kennedy goes behind the net. Aztecs have been out there on a long shift, especially in the second period with that long change. They're able to get a couple guys off. That allows Arizona State to go the other way. Chase trying to weasel his way through, but can't make it, and it's clear all the way out. Definitely a better start for Arizona State in this second period.
Yeah, and ASU also still able to keep it mostly on the offensive end, so San Diego State hasn't been able to fully make that line transition. There's still a couple guys out there who have been out there for probably about 5 minutes now.
Turned over in the neutral zone. Devaney's wrist shot on, gets punched into the corner by Bolnati. Out in front, Desmarais couldn't get that centered. Chase. And Cooch isn't able to tap it behind the defenseman, and it gets cleared all the way down as the Sun Devils finish off a change. Stretch pass, finds Conrad. Marchand ends up sitting him down. Kept him by the Aztecs though, and the wrist shot gets caught by Bolnati. And a physical hit by Marchand. Not a guy we usually see, as he's more of an offensive presence, but it was great to see that they're working on the other side of his game.
Yeah, Marchand just shown more of that physical presence that most of this team has, and if you're head coach Austin Klein, you gotta love seeing him getting in on the defensive end.
That's something that can make the former WCHL Freshman of the Year really be even more of a complete player than he already is, of being able to really round out his game on the defensive end. Aztecs win the draw. Wrist shot goes wide by Faraz. Olsen gets some help from Phillips. He overskates it as a couple bodies hit the floor. Marchant. It's around 2 players. He gains the center ice line. Marchant still with it, but he turns it over. Phillips trying to play pitch and catch with Schultz. They can't complete the pass. Aztecs skate it back in their own end. Phillips was almost able to dislodge the puck, but looks to be a delayed penalty call on Arizona State. Kim by himself. Tight turn in the corner. Finally touched up by Arizona State. And now the Aztecs will be going to the power play.
Yeah, ASU so far, they've done a better job of puck control, and they'll need to do it here in this power play, being outmanned. But San Diego State, defensively, they've done a really good job of just holding up, even though ASU's been on their end for most of this first or second period.
Minor penalty for holding. Phillips due for holding. Time of the penalty, 16:11 remaining in the
So with Arizona State really being the leader in terms of setting the tone in the second period, now the Aztecs have the opportunity on the man advantage to maybe change that. In the corner, Cathall gets it back, sent it out in front, and took a dangerous deflection off the skate of Kennedy, but it goes wide.
And again, if there really has been any flaw with this ASU team so far this year, it has just been some of the untimely penalties. And here we just got to see if ASU can hold up after getting in their own way.
Absolutely. We saw that a weekend ago against UNLV of getting in penalty trouble and really halting their momentum on 5-on-5 play. Mayer, hard rim around. Comes to this right side. And ends up, I could even hear the referee make that call. Looks to be a hand pass and whistle down, and the faceoff will be outside of the Arizona State zone. San Diego State in a pseudo huddle as they're trying to figure out what spot they're going to try and attack. Little confusion on who's going to take the draw. It'll be Brown for the Aztecs against Descharmes. Olsen, D to D to Lundy. Lundy will wrist that one down 200 feet. Skating out of his own zone is Mayer. Jabbing out is Kim. Quast is able to come back on the back check. Hard rim around. Goes all the way around the boards and out. 40 seconds remain on the penalty to Phillips.
Yeah, so far ASU's penalty killing you, showing just about all they need to. Being able to clear the pucks, just waste even more time that San Diego State can't afford to lose.
Aztecs controlling it. Faraz. Brown shot, rebound in front, gets cleared in the corner. Kim. Back to Brown. Quast. Can't get it out. Second attempt, he does. And that'll do it for the Phillips minor penalty. Not too shabby by Arizona State, keeping the Aztecs to the outside. They get a turnover. Robinson waiting, looking. Drags around one, still with it, the wrist shot on, and Fuller stands tall. Lundy walks the line to Marchant. Marchant waits, waiting. Skates it down low. Behind the net to Robinson. Kylie Ram. Arizona State showing some patience in the offensive zone. Robinson on his backhand now. Swap spots with Marchant. Kylie Ram centering in front. Still stuck behind the net. Erdman, fresh over the boards, dumps it back down. Marchant wrist shot on, and Fuller's able to find that one easy with no traffic in front.
ASU, really good job there for the last minute or so, able to just sustain the pressure on San Diego State, moving the puck around really well. They're opening up a bunch of good shots, making some good screens. San Diego State just hasn't let up. Fulmer's doing a pretty good job so far.
Aztecs will ladle that one out. Hennessy trying to dislodge it from Marchant. He can't. That puck goes all the way down, but no icing. Shut up behind the net is the Aztecs. Cross area pass as they end up turning it over to Robinson. Kylie Ram couldn't release the shot. Now picked up by Hennessy, but he turns it over to Erdman. Ends up going out of play.
Someone's got a souvenir.
Definitely happy to, and they deserve it. As the fans, good attendance tonight, even with hockey after dark here at Mountain America Community Iceplex. We also want to say thank you to our viewers as well for staying up late with us tonight to enjoy some good ACHA hockey. Kylie Ram wins the draw on his backhand, and that gets popped out by Marchant. Aztecs will try to control, break out of their own zone, but having some trouble with it centered out in front. Tillman. Marchant trying to give it back to Tillman. Aztecs will now get the puck out. There's a couple bodies in front of the Aztec bench. Erdman's tangled up with somebody. Play continues. Kylie Ram looking. Saucer pass just out of reach for Erdman. Erdman centered out in front. Tillman wasn't ready for it. Kruk with the one-timer shot gets blocked. Out in front by Erdman, but that squirts through. And Kruk has to retrieve it back in his own end. Both teams change. Palmer gains center ice. Back down low. Chase covering the spot for his defenseman that vacated it. Now he jumps into the play. Kennedy back down, working hard as he's outworking a couple Aztec players. Puck's underneath the Aztec player, and the referee's pointing at the puck still loose, and he finally whistles it down. Aztecs have to be a little more careful, especially breaking on their own zone, as we've already seen a couple costly turnovers, but just hasn't ended up in the back of their net.
Yeah, especially if you get a turnover back there, ASU, their offense has made so many good looks for their guys. Enough turnovers and one's eventually going to go through, and that's bad news for the Aztecs because ASU's looked like a different team since basically the first half of, or first 10 minutes of the game.
That rebound took a couple hops, but ends up going in the corner. That gets thrown up by the Aztecs. Brown delays, waits, finds a teammate. Good stick work by Chase, was able to lift the stick up and get it out. Kruk slowing it down. Pass ends up hitting the skate of the referee, and luckily Palmer's there to help his defensive partner out. Good one-touch passing allows Descharmes to come out. Drops it for Palmer. Shot on from Quast. Another shot on from Quast, and Fuller is able to make the glove stop, as that was a nice zone entry by the Sun Devils, coming in with a lot of speed.
Yeah, Sun Devils, their speed, they've been able to change the lines a couple times. They've been able to keep everyone pretty fresh, and it's really shown. Sun Devils, last couple minutes, have just been putting on a track meet.
Freezing in the circle for the Sun Devils. Won by the Aztecs. They skate out with it. Cathal to Petrus. Down that right side, he's trying to get around Olsen, but Olsen is able to get the better of him. Bielig, beautiful tight turn, some good edge work shown. Definitely wouldn't surprise me if he's done a lot of power skating work, but it's turned over. Cooch, snapshot on. Blocker stop by Fuller. Friesen plays it back down low. Aztecs unable to get out cleanly this time, but icing's waved off as the shot was on Bolnati, and he'll get a snow shower from an Aztec player. Especially the second period, Steven. Bolnati hasn't really been tested too much. It's tough for any goaltender to really stay in the game when you're not getting too much work.
Yeah, it's really tough. He's got to just do what he can to completely stay into it, completely just not lose focus. But I don't think any goaltender is going to complain when 90% of the second period your team's playing on offense.
Phillips. Beautiful effort to get it out. Schultz. Another drop pass, this time to Lundy, and that gets swallowed up. No rebound by Fuller.
And again, you mentioned it's hard to sometimes stay in it when your team's playing on the other side of the ice so much. Fuller hasn't had that problem. He's been in it the entire time. ASU's been going right at him. And again, he's been doing a really, really good job making some really athletic saves out there.
Phillips, as he's trying to battle with it. Schultz ends up getting tangled up, and it comes to Arizona State. Phillips driving through the middle, and his shot misses wide. Phillips. Wades can't get it. Plays it back up. Centers in front to Sanders, but his shot goes high. Marchant trying to chop at that one, and that gets whistled down for a hand pass. As the Sun Devils in this period, really any line that's been going over for Arizona State has been the aggressor, especially on those puck battles. We didn't see that as much as we wanted in the first period, but the second period, it seems every time the Sun Devils are either getting there or making it tough for San Diego State to do anything with the puck.
Yeah, it's been basically their mantra the whole year to be the hammer, not the nail, take the game to the other team. And so far, it's working early on for the Sun Devils.
Short angle shot by Mayer gets easily stopped by Bolnati. Palmer. Kylie Ram Robinson, a group effort to get it out. Kylie Ram now. Could be a 2-on-1. Kylie Ram trying to find Robinson on the weak side. He gets it. Robinson, the backhand, and Fuller goes in the splits. Another amazing stop, maybe his best of the night. And for San Diego State, they got to be thanking their goaltender. He's been keeping them in this one.
Yeah, Fuller, 6 foot, 175, and he needed every inch of that to reach that puck. Robinson had a great attempt there, made a really good move, and just barely couldn't get it in.
Fuller still looking for his first win of the season, and boy, is he really putting up his end of the bargain tonight to try to get that maiden victory of the season. Tape-to-tape pass on the stick of Petrus. Toby Petrus can't get around Palmer. Palmer wheels around in his own zone. Backhand chip just gets out. And again, unable to keep it in. Aztecs will throw it back down. Kruk. Puck skips over his stick. Little messy breakout, and that'll turn it over back to the Aztecs. 7:45 in this second period. It's 1-1. Turnover. Loose in front. Still loose in front, and it gets taken away. Kylie Ram on the other end. Button hooks. Trying to feed it over to Olsen. He does. Olsen, the redirection shot. Goes behind the net. Robinson with the Mohawk turn. Allows Arizona State to keep possession of it. Kim, as a tired group of Aztecs are out there, it's a turnover to Brown. Brown all alone. Oh, and Bolnati sticks a blocker out and ends up making up for that costly turnover as Bolnati was sharp there.
Yeah, Bonaldi, again, he hasn't had a ton thrown at him, but he's been solid so far tonight. Just the one goal against him. Other than that, ASU's been able to count on him, and just like they've been able to all year.
Lee to chase. Kennedy. Kennedy gets it out. 4 Aztecs are back. Puck will find Henderson. Can't get it out. Kennedy looking for the redirection, goes behind Chase. Lee seals the wall. Lundy on the left side. Protecting it, still with it, taking a couple checks. In the corner, Lee throwing it back down to his partner Lundy. Lundy still with it, whips around for a shot, gets blocked by Henderson.
Offensively, I think that the back line for ASU has done a pretty good job just moving the puck around, getting it to the guys up front, and trying to create space.
Puck gets picked up by Desmarais. Desmarais diving in. Desmarais as he was able to beat Kennedy. Puck still loose, centered in front. Now to Bielig. Delayed penalty call. Rebound in front, loose. Finally, we'll have a whistle, and it'll be a penalty to Arizona State.
Another costly penalty. Just, again, ASU, they try to be the hammer, not the nail. They play so aggressive, so fast, so physical. Sometimes the downfall to that, you get guys in the box. They've been able to withstand it so far, but will it ever come to bite them?
So San Diego State will hop back on the power play. Another one in this period for them. And the way you feel, San Diego State's playing with a hot goaltender. If Arizona State lets San Diego State hang around, it might end up costing them.
Yeah, when you've got a guy who's basically a brick wall right now, you really can't be playing shorthanded for good chunks of the game like ASU has.
Bielig to Desmarais, gets the shot through, but then comes out to the other side. Brown settles the puck down. Skates in with some momentum. Snapshot on, redirection, goes past Bolnati. Palmer gets it, and he dumps it all the way down. Schultz hustling, and that'll force the goaltender to, almost turn it over. That was great effort by Schultz. Palmer can't clear it as he gets pinned to the wall by Brown. Cleared out by Phillips, and we'll have a whistle as that puck ends up getting cleared into the San Diego State bench. And with 1:08 remaining in the power play, Sun Devils will get some fresh penalty killers out.
So far for the Sun Devils, the penalty kill unit's been strong. They've been able to, even though they're outmanned, just stay in front. They haven't really let anything up in front of the goal. They've been blocking most of the passing lanes too.
Exactly 5 minutes left in the second period. It's 1-1. Faraz is forced to be turned back by Robinson as the Aztecs try to get some speed going in the neutral zone. Petrus at the point. Bellig calling for it is Faraz at the point. They play pitch and catch up at the point. Snap shot through. Bolnati is able to get the right leg out. Aztecs trying to get it off the wall. They do with Petrus, but that gets taken away. Kylie Ram will chip it out to the center ice line. 20 seconds left on the Aztecs power play. Kylie Ram, the one-man wrecking crew, is able to turn the puck over, and his pass goes behind Robinson.
With just a couple seconds left in the power play, ASU is going to be back at full strength. And again, they've done a really good job. They haven't had the puck in their defensive zone much when they've been on penalty kill. San Diego State just hasn't had a ton of chances.
We're back to 5-on-5 play. Wheeling around behind his own net, Devaney, but he can't clear. Ben Chase gets some help from Kennedy. Kennedy striking his way through, and that gets blocked away by Fuller. Kate Olsen trying to hustle back. Gets caught up in the referee's skates. Pinned in the corner, Chase. Absorbs the check, Aztecs applying the pressure here on the forecheck. Kwas comes out the right side. Ends up evading the check, but he turns it over. Chase keeps it in. Chase still with it. Caught up in the skates of an Aztecs player, now in the corner to Charm. Olsen, point shot up high. Fuller's able to fight that one off. Cooch trying to read that pass, but it gets lobbed up and out, but a little too strong, and it'll go for icing with 2:33 remaining in the second period.
Let's go back a minute, though. We mentioned that Marchand, he hasn't been seen completely as the aggressive, physical, defensive player. Really, he's been more of an offensive guy. But so far this game, he's shown his presence on both sides of the puck. He just had a massive hit over the center ice and laid out a San Diego defender.
Lundy, he's able to keep the puck in momentarily. Still working hard for it, and he does keep it in. Friesen ends up being a little too aggressive as he puts a hard check in on the Aztec defenseman, and the Aztecs go back on the power play.
Again, a tough break for ASU. They're basically going to spend the rest of this period on penalty kill. Not a great sign when you're playing almost half of this period shorthanded.
2 minutes for cross-checking. Friesen 2 for cross-checking.
Puck still loose. It'll find Marcus Kim.
ASU is on the penalty kill.
Brown waits. Desmaraz fighting with Kruk in the corner. Aztecs trying to outnumber the puck, but Palmer with a great effort in that rugby scrum clears it all the way down. Under 2 minutes to play now. Brown on the left side. Chips it down. Kruk trying to wheel it out, but the puck gets kept in by Bellig. Aztecs try to set up now in the offensive zone. Kim at the point to Brown. A minute and change left on a man advantage as they try to center that one, but a couple Sun Devil sticks negate the pass. Phillips a hard check, and the Aztecs will have to regroup. Cathal, drop pass to Kim. Kim ends up getting a rough ride by Palmer. Kept in by the Aztecs, but then it gets cleared out. Under 60 seconds left in the second period.
Again, ASU on penalty kill, their speed has been so crucial. They've been able to beat the Aztecs to a lot of pucks and just clear it out and waste a lot of this time.
Faraz unable to fight his way through. Puck pops out. Corralled by Petrus. Shot on, gets blocked. Hennessy. Faraz with it still. Drops it for Cathal. His shot goes through, and a lot of traffic in front of the goaltender Balnati, but he gets his body in the way. 10 seconds left on the minor penalty to Friesen. Both teams go for a change. Also might be a possible opportunity for Arizona State to spring Friesen if he gets out of the box in time. Won by the Aztecs. Right to Desmarais, and Balnati had to go in the splits to see that one as there's a couple bodies in front. Two seconds left on the power play. See the defenseman for San Diego State, Henderson, shading back towards the penalty box to not allow freezing opportunity. Aztecs won the draw, but puck goes wide. Sun Devils back to full strength. About 10 seconds left. Freezing trying to jab at it. Henderson clears it out. Maybe 1 second left, and that shot came a little late from Devaney as Olsen's taking him an exception. And a tight contested hockey game, especially in that second period.
Yeah, so far on both ends, the goalies are just putting it on an absolute clinic tonight. And ASU was out shooting San Diego State for a good portion of that game, but lately San Diego State has been able to prevent ASU from even getting shots off. They've spent a lot of time on defense, San Diego State has, but they haven't given ASU much to even look at.
After 2 periods of play, it's still 1-1 here at Mountain America Community Iceplex. We'll bring you live third period action in just under 15 minutes here on Arizona State ACHA Hockey YouTube. Hello everyone and welcome back to ASU ACHA Hockey's presentation of ACHA Division I Men's Ice Hockey. I'm Brett Vaughn alongside Stephen Buckton. And Stephen, from the performance we saw from San Diego State last night, it's almost a complete 180 to tonight's game.
Yeah, again, they did a similar thing 2 weeks ago when they played, and tonight I feel like they've turned it up another level. They've been playing step for step with ASU. They've been really, really impressive. Defensively, offensively, just about everything's gone right except for the fact that it's a tie game.
And for Arizona State, you also got to realize that you're getting San Diego State's best effort, but behind them, their netminder, Garrett Fuller, has been really keeping them in it, and he's been a big story in tonight's game.
Yeah, Fuller. ASU's played a lot of their time short-handed, which is not a great combination because Fuller so far tonight, he's been an absolute brick wall back there.
And we'll see how this game unfolds, as something's got to give, as we're tied at one entry in here in this third period. First line for Arizona State's out. Puck gets dumped back in, and the captain, Kate Olson, will go D to D.
But with how good Fuller's been, ASU, the last probably half of that second period was outshot by the Aztecs. So Fuller was getting a little bit of a break towards the end. They were still playing defense, but the Aztecs managed to not give Arizona State really any good chances to get a shot off.
As the puck dangerously dribbles in front of the goaltender Fuller, and he takes an exception with Tillman finishing the play right in his crease. Also see a little animosity, especially in these back-to-back games, of some of that frustration built up on both sides.
Yeah, it's been a really tough physical game. We got two big teams here playing really fast, really aggressive. And we've seen some chippiness, some extracurriculars here and there.
Draw one by the Aztecs. Henderson will keep it behind his net. The soft chip pass gets taken away. Robinson is able to get that turnover, but his shot goes wide. Arizona State has to touch up, and they do. Henderson, cross corner dump. Kruk trying to make quick work of that. They work it out the other side to Palmer. Cross-ice pass. Robinson drops it for Tillman. Tillman snapshot high up, and that'll hit the netting, and we'll have a stoppage. For the Sun Devils, it's going to be important on really trying to be direct in their play, especially offensively, for how well Fuller's playing.
Yeah, ASU's done a really good job with puck control, time of possession, but again, they haven't been able to get a ton of shots off lately. San Diego State's just done a really, really good job of limiting what they can do.
Comes out in front, and Bolnati had to be careful as Kruk was trying to go D to D behind the net, then ends up taking a weird hop off the boards and comes directly in front of the netminder of Arizona State.
And for ASU, whether it's a different line combination or if it's just running a different play, they've got to try something else to get more shots off on goal, get better looks against San Diego State's defense.
Well, Nadi's able to fight through the traffic. We'll have another whistle to the left of the ASU netminder. Quick shot on, still loose in front. Quas has to be there to the rescue and clear that rebound.
Benaldi, he's 1-0. He won at San Diego State earlier this year, and so far it looks like he's brought out his best again today.
Turn over to Mason Brown for San Diego State. At the point, Mayer's shot can't get through from the point. Kruk battling hard as he pins Brown to the wall. And it'll finally squirt out to Palmer. Chip off the glass. Kennedy trying to get there. Chase can't reach it. Palmer still with it, and the snapshot gets blocked in the corner. Brown near the end of his shift does just enough to get it out, buy some time for his line mates to get a change.
Again, changing the lines for ASU. They've done it well. They've done it pretty efficiently so far, and it's kept everyone pretty fresh. They've been the faster team for the last 2 periods, and it's been really, really impactful to this team's play.
That was a great chance by that bottom line for Arizona State, but to no avail as there wasn't an actual shooting opportunity on Fuller. Schultz, first one of the puck, eats a check, gets it back from Cooch, and that puck will dribble out. Icing waved off as Bolnati will play it, and he plays it back to the red line.
And again, I'll mention that speed has really shown up with how much this team has played on penalty kill. They've been beating San Diego State to a lot of the pucks and able to clear and neutralize any threat they've had.
Lundy, unable to get around a couple San Diego State players. Friesen helps him out. Quick shot from Friesen. And that gets gloved away by Fuller. Behind the net, Descharmes centered in front of Friesen. And say it again, Fuller's been up to the task tonight.
And it's getting chippy again.
As both teams have to be careful because with a 1-1 hockey game here in this third period, you have to stay disciplined, especially after those whistles.
Yeah, you really can't afford either way to be playing down a man, especially, again, both of these goalies, they're putting up a clinic tonight.
We'll see a couple of players for the respective teams. Descharmes for Arizona State. And it'll be Nolan Conrad for the Aztecs as there's a meeting of minds with the referees in their crease talking with the scorekeeper, and we'll see what the paperwork ends up totaling out to. So I could even see, Steve, there might be even a Texas Instruments calculator being used by the scorekeeper trying to keep track of all these penalties.
You know, that's above my pay grade. I'm not a big math guy, but it's been too many for ASU. They've spent a lot of this game shorthanded. Right now, they've got a guy in the box. It's going to be 4-on-4 hockey, but they'd still prefer to be up a man.
So that ice is going to be wide open. As part of me, looks to be it's coincidental minors, but, or maybe not minors, maybe majors. Either way, it looks to be still 5-on-5. So after all that, we still play full strength for both sides. Fuller leaves it for his defenseman, Mayer. Rims around. Olsen seals the wall. Puck bouncing around. Can't really be settled right now. It'll come to the Aztecs. Petrus on his backhand. And that rebound gets sticked away into the corner by Bolnati. Tillman unable to get that pass through as Marchant, being the aggressor tonight, especially in the physicality department, puts another Aztec player down.
Yeah, Marchant's been really impactful all over the ice tonight. He's been playing great defense. He's been moving the puck around. He's got a couple good shots off, too.
Kylie Ram doing a little too much dancing as he was entering in the offensive zone, and so the face-off will be just outside of the Aztecs' end. Just shy of 5 minutes here in this third period. As it's 1-1, and we have officially, Steven, here in Arizona, have entered into the next day. Happy Sunday to you.
Good morning.
I could definitely use some bacon and eggs right now.
You know, I'll take it. I don't think anything's open, though.
Marchant intercepts the pass. Delays, waits. Dangerous pass to Olsen. He has to play a little hot potato with it, but he dumps it down, and Fuller will put his glove down.
San Diego State for the last couple minutes, they've done a pretty good job forcing ASU to the boards as they were earlier in the game. They're not letting up anything in the middle on the last couple ASU possessions, and it's been really key to block some of the really good chances that they've had.
Chase will be in the circle for Arizona State. Rebound, face-off still being fought for. It's controlled by Arizona State. Kennedy Far angle shot. Easily stopped by Fuller. Puck will come down the corner. Kennedy at the point. Olsen walks. Still with it. Shot goes through, and Fuller punches that out. Shot from Marchand gets blocked. Aztecs, have you noted, Steven, earlier in the game, have been doing a great job insulating Fuller, so any of those shots they get through are either blocked or just really far away.
Yeah, they've been their goalie's best friend today, and he's paid it off. 23 shots against. He's only let one through, and it doesn't look like anything's going through anytime soon.
Devaney gets around Lee, centered out in front, and Chase, great job of putting himself down on one knee to block that passing lane, and that'll get lobbed out, and Arizona State can go for a much-needed change.
Now, San Diego State, with how they're performing today, they didn't have the greatest season last year, but their head coach, Phil Bateman, he's really excited with the direction of this program, and it really showed with the buy-in and the commitment, especially at tryouts, just the numbers they've seen. And putting on a performance like this against an excellent team in ASU could just increase the momentum that they've got moving forward.
Cooch on the half wall as he's getting overworked by Struzas. It'll be played around. Sun Devils have not been able to penetrate that middle of the ice in the offensive zone. Comes to Hennessy with speed. Hennessy snapshot on. Blocker stopped by Bolnati. Sun Devils have found themselves in a tight slobber knocker as that, rings off the post as they're having some trouble getting out of their own end. Kruk, as Cooch gets just enough of that pass to collect it, and Schultz will go to work below the goal line.
Again, San Diego State, they've had a couple chances like that, how Hennessy, it looked like he had a step on the ASU defense, but an all-out sprint to recover and just completely shut down the offensive push.
Robinson shot. And streaking on the other way is Kim. But he just couldn't collect that pass as he wanted to, as that was Erdman tracking him down, as the play's now starting to open end to end. Kylie Ram retrieves his own dump in. Robinson trying to help him out. Turned over, Kylie Ram. Rebound in front. Fuller still doesn't really know where it is, and it gets whistled. As Robinson got that last second deflection on it, and it was a tough stop for the San Diego State netminder.
Kylie Ram, he's had a great game so far. He's got the only goal of the game for ASU, but he's been moving the puck around. He's been putting so much pressure on Fuller.
Offensive zone draw for Arizona State. Marchand, Palmer, wrist shot, gets blocked. Henderson activates from the point. He'll dump it down. As you get that feeling that this game's teetering on the edge for one team or another.
Yeah, it's been so tight so far. It feels like whichever team bends or breaks first is probably going to take it home. It's basically just the immovable object versus the unstoppable force right now.
Kylie Rim to Robinson, and his shot gets blocked. Aztecs making it really hard for the Sun Devils tonight. Devaney gallops on the left side, and that'll get tracked into the glove by Bolnati as we're just shy of the midway mark here in this third period. Draw will be to the right-hand side of Bolnati. Won by the Aztecs. They've done a good job in the circle tonight. Fine Desmarais. But it's an errant pass. Forces his goaltender Fuller to come all the way out to the corner and drag it back and play it. Feelig can't get it out, and then the clap bomb from Olsen gets steered aside. Quast trying to seal that puck to the wall. As all three Arizona State forwards on that half wall. It comes out to Marchand. Marchant snapshot punched away by Fuller. Desmarais sidesteps Marchant. Gets around Quast. Still has a puck. Shot on, and Bolnati is able to get in the way of it. Quick shot on, Bolnati reacts and steers that rebound to the corner. Desmarais, what a shift by him, an individual effort for the Aztecs on this. Chase, just out of the reach for Kennedy as they're near the end of the shift. 10-11 remaining in this third period. Friesen corrals it, Friesen backhands that one, and it's a sprawling block by Mayer, negating that pass. Kept him by the Aztecs, shot on, and that puck goes astray. Henderson with it, plays it back down low. Lee with it for Arizona State. Eats a check. Friesen on this right side. He's out his running mate Schultz with him. Drops it. Deschamps shot, and the rebound goes in the corner. Fuller without a stick at the moment. He gets it back. And we'll have a whistle, and we'll have a penalty.
Yeah, just a minute ago, though, that save where Mayer went down to go block the centering pass for ASU, he might have just saved a goal right there. A perfect pass to the middle for ASU, and they had a perfect angle to get what would have surely went in for a goal.
And Stephen, as you mentioned in that last period, the discipline for Arizona State has been lacking so far this season. They're here having to kill another penalty at a big time of the hockey game.
And again, I know that both goalies have been putting on a clinic tonight, but that's the problem for ASU. If you're playing shorthanded, you can only trust your side so much. You know, if they have 100 shots on goal, they're going to let one through. And ASU playing shorthanded is just not a good recipe when it's been almost impossible to break through that San Diego State defense.
Brown short angle shot hops over the ASU netminder and cleared down 200 feet by Kruk, and Sun Devils will try to get some fresh penalty killers out. Faraz to Brown on his forehand side. Puck comes out, controlled by Cathell. Cathell shot a rebound in front, and they score! Marcus Kim gets the Aztecs in front.
Kim's just a great job by the slot. Again, you've got 5 guys on the ice going against your 4. You can't block them all. So ASU just putting themselves in a hole with all of their penalties so far today.
Finally ends up costing the Sun Devils, and now Arizona State has to show how they will respond to this. Kylie Ram takes that puck back in his own zone as Kate Olson will now have it. To Marchant. Marchant ends up getting taken down. Robinson. Backhand rimmed around to Kylie Ram in the corner. Tillman trying to help out his teammate. Robinson. Weak backhand shot goes in the corner. Glove down by Mayer. He'll flip it out as we're under 8 minutes to go now in this third period. Kylie Ram finds Tillman. Tillman, he scores! The quick release from the sharpshooter, and Arizona State responds and ties it at 2.
ASU, great puck movement all game. They get it to Tillman wide open in the point, and you said it, sharpshooter, just a perfect shot right to that top right corner. And ASU, massive moment for them. They tie it up.
And that was from Steph Curry range, Steven, as Tillman just entered in, passing the blue line in the offensive zone, and then he was able to beat Fuller, who has looked really good tonight. And so the Sun Devils with a quick response that their head coach Austin Klein would like to see as they end up answering San Diego State right back. Brown has to tight turn back in his own zone. And that gets cleared out only to the neutral ice. Robinson, as he got a little too eager, as I think Tillman was still trying to clear out to get back onside, and so we'll have a stoppage with 7:20 remaining.
It's a tough break for ASU too, because if Tillman was able to clear Robinson, it was going to be a one-on-one for him to make a shot on goal, possibly break the tie.
Shots 33-29 in favor of Arizona State, but it's ends up being an even game as reflective of the scoreboard. Tillman turns it over at the offensive blue line. Robinson trying to chip it around the defenseman Aranuhar, but he can't as it goes into the Aztecs bench. And for the Sun Devils, it'll be interesting to see if Austin Klein's going to keep rolling out these four lines, or if he's going to maybe figure out which one of his horses has been having a good performance and really ride them to the finish. Puck will come slowly meandering to Fuller, and it'll be offensive zone draw for the Sun Devils with Chase, Kennedy, and Quast out there right now for ASU. Aztecs come out with the face-off. Desmarais couldn't get a clean pass as Quast's stick was there. Palmer plays it to the other side. Kruk having to hop on his jets. Beautiful area pass to Chase. He comes in with speed, drops it to Kennedy. But Kennedy can't handle the puck. Palmer shot on, and that goes just wide as I think Fuller got tangled up with his own defenseman there.
It was a solid shot for ASU, but a missed opportunity. They had two guys right in the center, wide open to get a shot on goal.
Palmer with the dump, but Arizona State's not going to be able to win the race to it. They'll have to collect it back in the center ice. Sanders jamming at it. But it gets blocked by a sprawling Mayer. Mayer, a couple great defensive plays tonight. Balnati plays it. Marchand ships it out on the center ice line. Sun Devils had to be careful as the puck came to the Arizona State bench and it was almost too many men. Stretch pass to Cooch. He winds it up in the center ice. Olsen. Short angle shot on, and that was going to be stopped by Fuller all day.
The Sun Devils, though, offensively, San Diego State's been forcing them to play the boards, play the point. But the last couple pushes, ASU's been able to find guys open in the slot, and it's produced some pretty good shots. And now being tied after one of those.
Draw one, still loose in front as they're jamming at it. Play continues. Tillman fighting hard in the corner. Puck gets past Olsen. On the center ice, Marchand. As the tipped clear in gets chipped into the corner, but Marchand having some trouble as this ice is a lot chewed up than it has been as we're near the end of the period. And that puck gets rimmed up and into the netting, and we'll have a stoppage with under 5 left in the hockey game. Face-off will be just outside of the Arizona State zone. Kylie Ram talking to one of his wingers, Tillman, on maybe possibly a set play off this draw. Strong win by Kylie Ram. Headman pass gets taken away and thrown back down by the Aztecs. Comes out in front. Aztecs applying the pressure on the forecheck. Kylie Ram is just able to chip it out and relieve the pressure.
And again, you were wondering how they're going to manage this game, whether or not they're going to keep the same lines going out or whether or not they're just going to work matchups, keep whoever's hot out there. ASU right now, they've got all their offense on this line with Kylie Ram and Tillman late in the game. They might be able to get a few good looks from them.
Robinson outworks the defenseman for the Aztecs, and he has the puck. But his backhand pass goes astray, and Palmer has to touch up in the neutral zone, and they dump it back in. Palmer trying to center that one, but it hits a San Diego State body and allows the Aztecs to take it out. Conrad over to Hennessy. Snapshot on from Hennessy, and Bolnati had to do a little shoulder shrug to somehow keep the puck out. He's even checking the mast just to make sure that there's no chips on it. But Bolnati having to come up big on that stop.
Yeah, that one was coming in high, and honestly, I have no idea how Bolnati managed to block it. It looked like it was going in for sure.
Face-off won by the Sun Devils. Olsen can't clear it out. Puck up for grabs through the middle of the ice. Finally get to an Arizona State stick, and Kennedy will skate it out to Chase. Out of the reach for Quast. Ooh, and he takes a hard right in the boards. And we'll have a whistle as Mayer might have been a little too aggressive, as it's going to be an interference call. And what we mentioned earlier, Stephen, of trying to watch your discipline, that time it was actually during the run of play, as Quast is trying to make a case for himself with the referee. I'm not sure if he's going to win that argument, though, of how close this hockey game is. One penalty or another could really make a difference.
Yeah, and ASU in a perfect position right now. They're going to be 5-on-4, and unlike most of the game, it's not them in the box. They've got the upper hand, and they might be able to put a late one through to hopefully win this game.
Golden opportunity for the Sun Devils. Robinson walks it in, and his shot gets blocked. A couple sticks in the way for San Diego State on that penalty kill.
And with that man advantage, ASU is going to really be able to work the slot more, because San Diego State, they're just going to be stretched even thinner than they already have been.
Fuller, if there's any moment for him to stand tall, it's right now for San Diego State. Tillman walks in. Robinson gets the shot through, but wasn't really too much trouble for Fuller. Weak side, Kylie Ram waiting to Robinson. Robinson back to Kylie Ram, centered out in front. Puck still loose. Palmer backhand shot. Fuller makes a stop. Palmer trying to get back into his spot in front of the net. She's fighting with a couple San Diego State players. Robinson doesn't have the seam pass. Marchant winds up and fires, and that shot gets deflected around the boards and kept in. Minute 5 remaining on the man advantage. Robinson, Tillman. One-timer shot, and Fuller is able to make the glove stop, and referees trying to keep a handle and a lid on things as Palmer was getting mixed up with a couple San Diego State players. Captain for San Diego State, Henderson's trying to have a word with one of the referees. Wouldn't be surprised if they're talking about where Palmer is standing in front of their netminder. So 60 seconds left on the man advantage. 2:27 left in the hockey game. Won by the Sun Devils again. Marchant. Sauce pass to Robinson. Robinson trying to find a shooting lane. Marchant, quick one-timer shot, and we'll have a whistle. And there we go. I think Henderson maybe bargained for it from the referee of trying to bring the attention to Palmer occupying the space in front of the San Diego State netminder, and now the face-off's brought out outside of the San Diego State zone.
Yeah, Palmer's been standing right in the front of the goaltender. He's practically been on top of him for the last couple minutes, really. And now ASU, it kind of shuts down the offensive push they just had going, but they've still got 47 seconds left in the penalty.
Head coach for Arizona State, Austin Klein, elects to use his timeout here as maybe probably the best of any. 47 seconds left. He's probably giving a breather to his top power play unit out to try to maybe draw something up, but also regain their energy back.
Friday night, October 27th, against Utah. Your Sun Devils take the ice Thursday the 26th at 8:40.
San Diego State as well are talking with head coach Phil Bateman of trying to organize where he wants those killers at. And for the most part in this hockey game, San Diego State's been doing a good job on the penalty kill as well, keeping the Sun Devils out into the perimeter, but also really clogging up their shooting lanes.
Yeah, Arizona State's lived and died by their speed on their penalty kill. Or San Diego State, it's been different. They've been playing a lot of defense on theirs, and especially they've clogged up the slot. They've clogged up all the shooting lanes, and they've just been, both teams have been physical, fast all game, and it's been a good one.
Faraz and Kylie Ram up for this face-off as it gets controlled by the Aztecs and cleared all the way down by Bellig, a much-needed clear. Marchant, wait for his wingers to swing around, and collecting that puck is Ryan Robinson. Drops it for Marchant, gets it back. Cross-corner dump to Kylie Ram. Palmer's trying to help out his line mate. 15 seconds left, and that's cleared all the way down by the Aztecs. Big clear as we're under 2 minutes left in this third period. It's turned over. Cathell driving. Oh, and Balnati's able to go into the splits and make a stop. End up being the shorthanded chance for San Diego State, being the best chance on that power play.
Balnati, he's been so good all night, and just him and the San Diego State attacker right there, and he probably makes the most impactful save of the game so far.
Kylie Ram finds Kruk coming off the bench. Kruk, snapshot on, and Fuller squeezes the legs together. And with 61 seconds left in this third period, really any goal at this point is going to be the one that's will be the deciding factor.
Yeah, at this point, both teams have been so good, but it's can you get your best combination on the ice? Both teams got to avoid the penalty box because you, at this point, you literally cannot afford to have 5-on-4 if you're the one on the penalty kill.
Now San Diego State elects to use their timeout with head coach Phil Bateman. It'll be interesting to see if they maybe have anything cooked up.
Yeah, for San Diego State, defensively, just keep putting pressure on the Sun Devils, make them work the boards, don't let them get into the slot. They've done a good job of clogging up all the shooting lanes, but ASU's been able to get guys free in the slot and get good chances. Again, Fuller's been good. Fuller's kept them in it, and he's going to have to keep doing it if they want to escape here with a win.
Face-off will be to the left of the goaltender, Fuller. Arizona State has a makeshift line as we have Quast, Kylie Ram, and Kennedy out there right now. Not guys normally playing with each other. Puck still loose in front. Aztecs chop on it, and a heads up there for some of the fans as we have another souvenir coming in. And credit to that fan throwing it back in.
But you mentioned they've got a bit of a makeshift line. Quast, Kennedy, and Kylie Ram out there. They don't play together much, but it might really just be give San Diego State a different look, throw them off a bit late in the game.
Phillips comes in now for the aforementioned Kylie Ram. One clean by the Aztecs. Brown has a puck sealed to the wall. We have 45 seconds left. Sun Devils just trying to work hard to get it out of there. It'll get out of their zone for the Aztecs. Working hard for that is Faraz, but as they're fighting for it by the blue line, the Aztecs going off sides. 38 seconds remain now in the hockey game. And what a game we've been treated to here, Steven.
I mean, it's been great so far. We've seen everything. It's been a fast, physical game. Both teams are playing really aggressive. And ASU, they've had some very exciting chances to get a goal here and there. But, I mean, Fulmer, he's been a wall just like ASU's defense has been all night.
Top line for Arizona State out right now. Marchand wheels it out of his own zone. Oh, and he ends up having to slide through a couple checkers, but gets taken down. Kylie Ram keeps a puck in with his skate. Tillman, wrist shot unblocked, and we're going to overtime.
At the end of regulation.
Yeah, after such a good game we've been watching, we've got free hockey. ASU just not able to capitalize on that last push right there. Marchand and I didn't see who the other player it was, but they both got tripped, so it was just 3-on-5 for the Sun Devils while those two were getting up.
And we have hockey after dark here in Tempe. Might as well make it a little darker as we head in to the wee night of Sunday morning.
I'm going to need a coffee soon.
Yeah, we'll have to see if any place is open. I'm not sure Starbucks is open this late, Steven.
I'm pretty sure they close around 11. I'm not sure.
You strike me as a pumpkin spice latte guy because of the fall season. Am I correct in that assessment?
No. No, I can't tell you the last time I've done any pumpkin spice anything. I don't even like pumpkin pie.
That's unfortunate. I don't know about the latte. I do try to stay away from the caffeine, but pumpkin pie, especially this time of year, really with the pumpkins, Halloween's coming up. Do you know where you're going to be for Halloween?
What day of the week is Halloween? I don't even know.
We'll have to see, but if you go as a hockey announcer, I think you maybe have the fit and costume all ready to go.
You know, I guess I could be Doc Emmerich for Halloween.
Like that, one of the greats to do this profession, as head coach Austin Klein's talking as well with assistant coach Andreas Holmquist in terms of how they're going to be attacking this overtime period. A lot of ice open, as it'll be 3-on-3 overtime with the goaltenders also switching ends.
You've played a lot of hockey in your game. You must have had a few overtime games here and there. How would you approach it?
Absolutely. It's going to be really important, especially 3-on-3, when you're defending, especially in your own zone, of sticking with your man. So it's going to be very important for everybody on each respective team to have good communication with your teammates in terms of who you're going to be covering. Kylie Ram, Tillman, Palmer out for Arizona State. It's Brown, Bellig, and Faraz for the Aztecs. The Aztecs will control the puck. Also have to be cognizant of the ice being very chewed up here as we're late into this hockey game with no ice cut, that you have to be sure-handed when controlling the puck. Tillman strips it away. Tillman trying to jam it in on the backhand, and Fuller with a stick save.
But that chance by Tillman right there, that's what overtime hockey brings to you with 3-on-3. You just get even more space with the 4 extra bodies not on the ice. So once someone breaks free, most of the time they're basically wide open at the goal.
Fuller denies Tillman again on that shift as he was able to wind his way through the middle. Sun Devils having some trouble trying to get the right personnel out as Marchand ends up finally coming out. Aztecs will slow it down as it's a 5-minute overtime period. If that continues, we'll go to a shootout. Draw pass is Marchand doing a great job on this one-man forecheck. He gets the puck to Olsen. Olsen with it, but it's turned over. With the puck now is Mayer. Mayer waits, and his shot gets redirected up and out of play by Marchand. 3:36 left in overtime.
So far tonight, as a school, ASU hockey's 2-0. They're trying to make it 3-0 in this one. It's the most competitive, probably the best game by far.
Absolutely. There was a couple tight contests against UNLV last weekend, and San Diego State's really giving Arizona State a run for its money. Draw won by Robinson. He'll have it, he'll delay, and now he'll start to turn on the Jets as he gets shown in the corner by Bellig. At the point, Olsen braces the puck. Robinson will just elect to keep possession of it and take it out into the neutral zone. They enter back in. Marchand. Olsen. Snapshot on. Rebound loose in front, and the rebound just got put wide by Robinson. Sun Devils get a couple fresh skaters out there. Bellig. He's been out there for a while. Tight turn. With it. He turns it over. Olsen trying to get that puck away. Kylie Ram follows it up. Kylie Ram by himself. Kylie Ram! And we're waiting for it. He scores! Kylie Ram finally puts this one to bed, and maybe I can go to bed finally as the Sun Devils won it in OT.
Kylie Ram, what a play by him right there. He gets open in front of the net, makes a couple dekes, and there's his second goal of the night. First goal of this morning, and ASU wins 3-2 in a thriller.
And San Diego State felt the pressure as they're in the offensive zone with Bellig having that puck, but got to give credit to Kate Olsen for Arizona State of creating that turnover, allowing the Kylie Ram to pick it up.
Olsen just playing more of that fast, aggressive hockey that ASU plays, and while it brings some of the mistakes, it gives them so many of these opportunities that they've been able to capitalize on so often this season.
And as we see, as customary here in the ACHA, handshakes happening at the conclusion of the weekend. And we got to give credit to San Diego State of really responding after that poor performance from yesterday, of now coming into this game, really standing toe-to-toe, and also, too, dominating the play sometimes against Arizona State.
Yeah, San Diego State, they're 0-4 against Arizona State this year, and the point differential is not going to be looking pretty, but after tonight, you got to be feeling a lot better about that. They played their hearts out tonight, and they were great. Offense, defense, special teams. They did everything well. And hats off to Garrett Fuller. He had a great game.
As the Sun Devils salute the friends and family that came out and stayed out late tonight here at Mountain America Community Iceplex. And Steven, before we go tonight, was there anybody that impressed you for tonight's player of the game?
I mean, Kylie Ram, he was really impressive, but how could you not mention Bonaldi? He blocked 29 of the shots tonight. A lot of them, it was one-on-one, and it looked like San Diego State was going to have a really good chance on a goal. I mean, everyone contributed, offense, defense. Marchand, he was all over the ice, playing physical, playing defense, distributing the puck. It was just an overall great team win.
And what a game for tonight's broadcast. As our next broadcast will be in 2 weeks from now, as the University of Utah Utes will be skating in to Mountain America Community Iceplex. Before we leave tonight, I want to say a special thank you to our Director of Broadcasting, John Kinney, doing a great job for us here with the production. For one final time tonight from Mountain America Community Iceplex, Arizona State wins in overtime by a score of 3-2. For myself, Brett Vaughn, and my partner, Stephen Buckton, thank you so much for tuning in, and good morning from Mountain America Community Iceplex.